From the OU TV Broadcast Center in Los Angeles, California, this is Brief News Brief, a brief look at today's trending news topics. Proudly combating the thought police since 2016, here's your host, James Heaney.
Don't worry about it. Foreign meddling is becoming the new norm. That's what Robert Mueller says, and that's just because it's the result of this botched Trump trial. Let's face it, Trump won. He committed crimes, and he got away with it. Trump, 1 point. U.S. Justice Department, 0 points. It's a serious blow to the justice system. It turns out, despite what we thought, despite what we said, the president is, in fact, above the law. And the American people can't be bothered to wrap their minds around it any longer. We're bored with it. This story is so last year. It's got a worse ending than the Lost series. We want the next season of The Bachelorette now. It's strange. The longer he stays president, the longer he can stay a lawless president committing crimes. Quite the loophole, huh? So let's get this straight. Hillary Clinton didn't commit any crimes, but during the campaign, Trump would chant, "Lock her up, lock her up." Then, it turns out the whole time Trump was committing crimes. They've come to light. Everybody knows about it. No jail, no time, no nothing, no lock him up chanting, just business as usual in the White House. Got it. Darkness reigns. Republicans in the Senate have twice in 24 hours blocked the advancement of bills that are aimed at strengthening election security. Just hours after former special counsel Robert Mueller warned us all that there's a continued threat that foreign powers are interfering in U.S. elections. Now, 2 of those bills require campaigns to report to federal authorities any attempts by any foreign entities to interfere into the U.S. elections. I wonder why we thought it was important for us to make that clear. Did we have to spell it out for you? The third is aimed at protecting from hackers the personal accounts and devices of senators and some staffers. McConnell said that any election security legislation that the Senate takes up must be bipartisan, and also alleged that this bill is actually being pushed by the same Democrats who pushed the conspiracy theory of Donald Trump and Russia being connected. Right, the conspiracy theory. Now that's McConnell's takeaway after Mueller went before Congress and showed to all of us, right to our faces, that this investigation sort of killed his spirit, and he's a crushed person. It was so rife with political slime that it took this man and just ground him down into, I don't know, he looked like a walking ghost. Mueller said in his opening remarks, "Over the course of my career, I've seen a number of challenges to our democracy. The Russians' government effort to interfere in our election is among the most serious. As I said on May 29th, this deserves the attention of every American. They're doing it as we sit here." To which Republicans in Congress, those people thought to themselves, let's not pass safeguards to guard ourselves against this threat. Oh, Trump is still in power. And what do you think his Justice Department's #1 priority is, huh? Well, bring back the death penalty, of course. Let's continue this slide back into barbarism, which is about barbarians, not about haircutisms. Today, the Justice Department announced that it plans to resume executing prisoners waiting for the death penalty, ending almost 2 decades in which the federal government had not imposed capital punishment on prisoners. Make America great again. Total MAGA. It makes me wonder, since treason is punishable by death, doesn't this worry somebody that might be leaving the White House, might be able to be tried for things? Don't you think you would want the capital punishment to be off the table? I don't know. Barr is not wasting any time, though. He's the Attorney General, and he immediately ordered the Bureau of Prisons to schedule executions for 5 inmates on death row. Off with their heads. Let's all go to the public hanging. Let's go hang the bastard, hang him high. Hoist his body to the sky. When his neck hangs limp, we'll know it's the end of him and the end of the show. These prisoners murdered children. They are not innocent men. They are awful, but still, I just don't see the burning need to return to killing people bubbling up in the American psyche. Send them to the grave. Executions are on the decline across the country. In fact, they're on the decline across the world. The last federal execution was in 2003. In the years since, there has been an informal moratorium on the execution of federal prisoners, as Justice Department officials reviewed its lethal injection procedures. It's gross to talk about, but basically, the drug makers who make the painless injection drugs stopped making them, and then the hodgepodge drug makers made an ineffective version of the drugs that basically torture people for several hours and don't even kill them sometimes. Now, Barr said it was time for prisoners to receive the ultimate punishment. Opponents of the practice have argued that the system is seriously and dangerously flawed, pointing to cases of people who have been exonerated after being sentenced to death. Well, wouldn't that be a bum-bum? Russian symbolism making its way onto the presidential seal? It happened on Tuesday. President Trump was at Turning Point USA's Student Summit. He took to the stage and soaked up all the raucous cheers from hundreds of young supporters. And then the image to his right, the image to Trump's right, it was captured in many, many photos and videos. So this is not a conspiracy coming from Mr. Heaney. This event, it happened, okay? The videos from the event looked like it had the official seal of the president next to him, but it wasn't the official seal. A closer examination revealed alterations that seemed to poke fun at the president's fondness of golfing, and some say ties to Russia. I say, at the very least, his fondness for Russia. Okay, neither the White House nor Turning Point knows who created this altered seal. It's an epic prank. The eagle has two heads instead of one, which is a symbol historically tied to empire and dominance. It closely resembles the bird on the Russian coat of arms. Instead of clasping 13 arrows, it appears to clutch a set of golf clubs. Turning Point spokesman said, he didn't know where the altered seal came from or how it ended up on a screen behind the president. He did say that the mistake probably came from the team that handled the audio-visual equipment and production for the event. The spokesman called the mistake unacceptable and said that it was the result of a rushed online search to find a second image of the presidential seal to display behind Trump. Today, the conservative group announced that it had fired the member of its video team who was responsible for displaying the fake seal. Wow, quite a way to go down. Off with his head. Hang the bastard, hang him high. Hoist his body to the sky. When his head hangs limp, we'll know it's the end of him and the end of the show.